And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California, where it's bright and sunny and another beautiful day out there. And I'm trying out a few new things with my camera, and it looks like, yeah, the hair, I don't know what was going on here today, but Bitcoin is breaking out a little bit to the upside, as we did say yesterday. Any kind of a resolution of the range, which I'm just going to redraw that one out. And I'm going to look at it on spot price action because I know that's where most people are trading. In fact, spot price is leading the market right now. It is leading the CMEs, which is typically not the case. It's usually the opposite way, where CMEs are leading up the spot price, but that's what's going on right now. So let's take a look what we were talking about, a resolution of the range, and that was a range between 20,700 to the upside, and we did say, I believe, about 19.5 to the downside, and that would give us our next target. Actually, I think on spot price we were talking about this guy right here. Yep. And we said, hey, if we do take out that wick, very likely we're going to get a nice little move. And the move was going to be the tune of, yep, somewhere up to around 21.6, 21.7. That's where we're at right now. And I would expect a little bit of a pullback from this region before we really get going for the rest of this move. And where are my targets? I'll tell you right now, this is real simple, cut and dry, and to the point. And why? Oh, I can't see. Oh, look, I can move my face a little bit. No, I can't. Yep, we're going to have to move that down here. Okay. So here's what I'm looking at on the 5-day time frame. Additionally, the weekly time frame. And I would say this, as I did mention yesterday, just a tick above here, above 20,800. Will give us a move up to this 9 exponential. Now, the 9 exponential is going to be moving down here in the next 2 days and 2 hours. And where does it move down to? Well, I would say, what happened? Something like this. Nope. What is going on? Do we have the lock feature on something? But yeah, so every tick it's going to move down. So in 2 days, we'd expect this thing to move down slightly. Yeah, so I do believe we will get a move slightly down here. Bear with me just a second. And along the same area. So that's coming in here around 23.5, something like that. And so I do think Bitcoin, could easily get up in this zone. So I'm just going to put that blue box of peace and prosperity somewhere in that area. Or death and despair. Peace and prosperity or death and despair. Love that saying. And that's somewhere in this area. And yeah, that's my target. I would say I'm going to be bullishly biased for the next week or until that area is met. And once this area is met, I do believe there's a very good chance of a pullback. And there still is a threat of a move all the way to fill the CME gap up here if Bitcoin really wants to get going to the upside. So could we get a stray wick up there? Yes. Do I think it's likely? Probably not. I don't think we got the momentum or the drive. I don't think we got enough going on in this market to get Bitcoin to have a really, another thing we had been talking about. So from the bottom, that would be a 50% move. A 30% move puts it right here. A 25% move, which I think is more on the likely side, right to the top side of the range, which we only have 2 drives of bullish divergence. And what is bullish divergence? Again, where price is making lower lows and RSI is making higher lows from this point and this point. And that's 2 drives. 1, 2. The 3 drive philosophy gets you a move up to the green 55. So could we do something like this? Put in, where's that? I found a new little feature where, oh, is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. So could Bitcoin do really something like this? Just a little test down, test up in here, boom, come back, put in another higher low, and then get us a move up there. I do think that is possible, but I don't think Bitcoin gets higher than, 26, 28,000. Frankly, I really don't think we get higher than this little box right here. That being said, how do I end this? Okay, there you go. That being said, what else is on the board? What else is on the board, and how can we line all this up with trend lines and fib lines and kind of get an idea of where price is going to go? And we're on the daily time frame right here. And that's exactly what I'd be using for some trend line analysis here. So if we get this guy, remember 3 touches to a line, 3 touches is a trend. 3 touches is a trend. So do we have 3 touches going right now? Going back from here, maybe from here. Yeah, I'm not real comfortable drawing it from that region, so even from that region, yeah, I think that's more realistic. And definitely, I think, yeah, Bitcoin could, head up to the green 55, coming in at 25,000. There is a threat and a possibility, but that's just going to be another lower. Is it going to be another lower high? Yes, it will. Because this is more of a complex low, and this would be a lower high, more like on the weekly time frame. I think this is where we want to draw this. This is the macro trend on the weekly. So if you're looking for macro directions, we're coming all the way back. There's some nice touches along this trend line. And yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin really wants to get going, yeah, it could come up to the 9 exponential right there. And that's when I will be trading confidently to the downside. And so I'd be on the lookout for another lower high somewhere in that region. Again, this isn't financial advice. So not only do we have trend lines, right? And we have an exponential moving average, the purple 200 exponential. We have Stokes crossing up from a very low level on the weekly time frame. At the end of this week, any kind of a closure above 21,376, and that will line up with the move all the way up to the 9. And what do we have here? We have volatility that increased. It maxed out here at almost 90 percentile. As volatility contracts, you would expect that bounce move or the counter move to happen. Additionally, you have multiple drives of bullish divergence coming back from this point right here. So 1, 2, 3. 3 drives gives you a shot all the way to the 21. So, I mean, really, how high does this thing bounce? That's the big question. I don't think we're going to get much of a bounce with all the negative news out there. Why is the market bouncing today? And I thought, perhaps it was going to go down today. And that's why we have invalidations. That's why I said, hey, look, if Bitcoin does, head up above 23,500 on a closing basis, which is this guy right here on spot price, 20,500, just a closure above there, typically going to get you the next. That is the break of the range. In fact, it was really right here. I mean, that's on a candle body close basis, but on a wick basis, right, the range was more like here to here. Yeah. And so you'll see, I bet you that lines up the fib that goes right like this. Right there. I mean, we're coming right into that zone. That is going to be pretty nice for. And so, yeah, we see this is the supply line right there, dumping it on people's faces. Here's the demand line. And I would say, what else do we have going on here? This is called a W formation, which I'll use my little tool again. W down here to there, here to there. W's usually are a typical reversal formation. So could we see something like that? I don't think we're going to go down that low. I think more likely what's to happen is we get a little move back down, retest support somewhere around we retest supports somewhere like this. And there, that's more like it. So this was the breakout area. We come back, retest support, and then break out. Typically, you know, and again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but you don't want to buy the breakout. You want to buy the retest. And we also have the silver cross here, and we have noted in past streams, hey, look, buying along the yellow 21 and the green 55, that's where you typically want to buy. And you put your stop limit right back below the last wick low, which is coming in right here at the 0.5 on this consolidation, coming in at 19,800. More conservative would be 19,600. So as long as we're closing, I would say, above this level here at 19,800 on the 4-hour time frame, I would expect the move to continue onwards and upwards. And you'll notice Stokes will cross down with any kind of a 4-hour below 21,466. And that number will rise over the next closure in an hour and 32 minutes. So volatility is expanding. Stokes are up. Do we have any divergences playing out? We will have bearish divergence playing out all the way back from this point right here as prices making lower highs. Nope, that would be incorrect. So from this point right here, excuse me, as long as we are below 22,576 or even more, I mean, and this bearish divergence has really, you know, played out over some time. So if we see any kind of a, you know, closure below, or sorry, Stokes cross down, we see the Stokes cross down, we're back in the bullish control zone after rejecting it and coming back in there. Now is typically when you get bullish, right? 2-hour time frame coming back down, 15-minute coming back down. Volatility is decreasing as Stokes are down. If we see volatility start to tick up here, and you do have 1-2 drives of, excuse me, that would be, yep, 2 drives of bearish divergence, and we are getting kicked out of the bullish control zone at the moment on this closure. That's going to look good for at least a move down to the 21.5, 21.4 area. And I would say we could even get as low as the green 55, 21,100 on the 15-minute time frame. So again, wrapping this conclusion up here, and I'm sorry I don't have more time today. It's been a bit of a long day. I am bullishly biased based off of a couple of things. One, we've got the bullish divergence here, which may have already played out. 2 drives gives you a move up to the 21. We're now above the 21, so that's 1, 2. Again, price is making higher lows, RSI is making lower lows. But we also have it on the weekly time frame and the weekly and the 5-day. So we got bullish divergence, 2 drive variety. You're getting a move on the 5-day, excuse me, not on the 5-day, not on the 2-day, but on the daily. Stokes are crossing up, volatility's going, and let's see. Do we have it going back all the way from here? Yes. There is some bullish divergence playing out there. We are seeing the move up the green 55. So yeah, I would expect, you know, supply line pressures to come in. Sellers, you know, people who bought here are going to be taking profits here and, you know, dumping it on the people that are buying the breakout right now. That's typically what does happen. All right, that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys had a wonderful, blessed, highly favored day. We'll be back with another cryptocurrency video for you tomorrow. Don't forget to click on the link in the description below. Hit the like button, share it with your friends. Thanks, and have a blessed day. Take care.